Hello everyone, Charlie from Top Table TCG here. Today we're doing deck profile on Catman, Beast Deity. So start off, the best card in the deck, unironically like really good now with the reverse. So when placed, ditch 2, swing. If it hits, it stays rested with drive -1. If it misses, it restuns. So it's really good because your ditch target's this, so it's like a free call. And then this triggers if it hits, you call a thing, and it stays rested. If it misses, you restun the Vanguard, so it kind of works in tandem. And then next 3 Ethics Reverse. I don't run 4, because if you first ride this, you're kind of screwed, because you want to get the initial attack from the when rode upon of this. This card's really good. You can get like up to 4 attacks depending on how you do the attack combo with the Vanguard. But every time it swings, it's going to gain 5k. If it's stud, when a rearguard swings, it immediately locks itself. At the end of battle, you can discard a card, choose 3 of your locked rear guards, unlock them and retire them, and it restands. Another really good thing about it is if you use the Ethics skill on swing, you can Soul Blast Ethics and it will stay at twin drive instead of going to 1 drive, which is really good because it means you've got a consistent twin drive for your 3-4 Vanguard attacks. And then last G3 we run is 2 Luminal because it's a 27k beater on rear and it applies pressure if you're forced into going this for like a finish. Because a lot of time you want to re-ride this after the reverse turn. Next we got 4 Paplio. It's like probably the best card in the deck in my opinion. I mean, like obviously this is the core card is Ethics, but what's really good about this card is when, as I said earlier, when it's discarded it calls itself, and then when your Vanguard hits, counterblast Soul Blast, draw a card, choose a card from hand, call it to rear plus 10k, and end of turn bounce it back. So what's really good is if you call your either one of your board restanders, this restands just 1 unit, but this restands the board, you bounce it back. And effectively, since the card goes back to hand, you're able to do it again. So you can recur the thing that stands your Vanguard, because if you don't have it, you're basically screwed. The deck's completely reliant on a Vanguard restander, pending the first attack hits, which it normally does, because people no guard the first swing in the main phase. Next, 4 Eclair, because it's an attack extender. We can swing early with it. And sometimes this hitting and staying rested is the extra unit we need to get the draw off of this. So it's a really good card. Also lets us get more attacks in quite early, and it also triggers stuff for Arashid. It gains the 5k because it restuns. And then last we got 4 of our Typhoon Bird, like really good card. Counterblast 1, top 5, add for any Beast Deity that's 3 or 1, basically anything that isn't a G2, call it a rest. So it lets us tutor out like the main restands in the deck. It's also potentially free draw power if you hit this, or it could just set up for more units to have as lock targets for reverse, depending on what time you call it. And then for G1s, we got 4 Arashid, kind of self-explanatory. I see some people playing 4 Max Beat, which is like top 3 for Beast Deity, grade 2 or higher, I believe. The reason I prefer this is because it checks top 5, which is more search, adds G3, and it's also going to gain a decent amount of power. And Max Beat has to rest itself for its skill. So this is overall a better beater. It's like a 13k 90% of the time because you're restanding everything off your G1s. Next, run 4 Taurus. On play, restun the thing. That's the main skill you care about. But if your Vanguard's attack hits, top 5 for a G3. And this goes to Soul if it's on rare. Specifically a Beast Deity G3. But like all the G3s minus 2 heal guards, or Beast Deity anyway. And then last we got 4 Scarlet Bird. Restands everything. Since you've got stuff like your Eclairs and you've got your obviously your Vanguard, and plus your Bird calls from deck at rest, this can be really big because it fixes all your rested units basically, and it lets you pick up a card if you've got the starter in Soul, which you normally want to keep in Soul as long as possible. And then for trigger count, currently running 8 crit, 4 draw, which is very standard. And then for heal triggers, I'm running 2 heal guard, 2 normal heal. Because early game, if you get rushed, it sucks, and this stops that. But late game, the 5k shield really matters because it has a pretty rough Excel matchup, depending. And then you have to run White Tiger as the starter because this specifies it, so you need it in Soul. In terms of XLs, these should be XL 2. You never go XL 1. You want cards in hand. I remember game 2, locals today. 15 cards in hand, which is really solid. You deck out quite quickly, but if you play the deck right, you should be winning early, which I apparently can't do, so we good. But yeah, that is the deck profile for Beast Deities. Thank you very much for watching.